General Medicaid warning. The views expressed in 5-ish minute lore, the lore delivered in rants, are sanctioned by their scholar progenium as excess rageous. Prolonged exposure can result in loss of IQ, high blood pressure, random outbursts, and blunt force trauma to the skull, resulting in unconsciousness. Please consult your local physician for more information.
War Boss Tuska Demon Killer. The only being in the entire galaxy who undoubtedly received precisely what he always wanted in life. And the only being in the entire galaxy who has, and will ever have, a truly happy ending. That ending being an eternity of endless bloodshed in the shadow of the Brass Citadel. An Orcoid heaven, if there ever was one. Good on you, Tuska. A toast to your brilliance.
Tuska's just one of those orcs that bears a lot of explanation. There's a couple of things that you gotta have laid out in front of you to completely understand this magnificent bastard of the... Okay, what's going on? I'm getting some feedback and I'm hearing a lot of stuff in my headset right now. Get the Vox feedback. Get the Vox feedback. Encrypt it. Encrypt it!
General Doc warning. The views whatever, in 5-ish minute lore, the law delivered in rants are goodish. You humans can lose brain bits, bleed faster, and if you start screaming, I'll crump you. Bring your teeth to the dock for more learning. Music. Try this one. Stop that. Okay, this one. Alright, kids, shut your gobs and listen. We's talking about Tuska Demon Killer, and if I'm talking fast, it's because I'm trying to get back to the crumpin'. Tuska was in the warp on his cruiser, the Goreclaw, thinking about crumping the humans when the mech boy in charge of the Gellerfield got crumped by one of the boys because he was a stupid git. If you's a stupid git, the Gellerfield keeps warping things from coming to the ship and crumping the squigs. I just remember my hair squig. I look just like the Emperor. But some spiky boy crumped it and it started smelling bad, so now I have to wear this hat. Anyway, that's when things got interesting. Bunch of warping things just showed up and the big boss Tuska got his goblins in his claw and went out looking for the crumpin'. Tuska went to the bridge and saw a warping thing with the best shinies he ever did see. Big kid with big horns. The warping thing was crumping his knobs like a bunch of gits, but Tuska showed the warping thing a proper fight. The warping thing was dead hard, but Tuska showed that warping git why the orcs are the bestest. Stupid humies get all gittish when the Gellerfield goes. Zob that! Tuska beat that warping thing and got him some new goblins. The horns on that thing could hold 4 choppers. Tuska was cunning boss, and he learned some things. 1, the warping boys are right hard, and that's exactly the thing a right and proper orc wants to crump. B, the warpy things come out when the Gellerfield mech boy is a git, or dead, whatever. And 7, the bestest way to get the bestest fight was to get more Dockhand choppers. And weird boys. You hear me gits going, oh, what is a weird boy? Get your listing gear on, git face. The weird boys are like those humies that the Emperor eats all the time. I don't know how he's so thin. And the warpy things liked him for some stupid reason. So when the Goreclaw got back into a non-warpy place, the big boss Tuska got more Dockhand boys and loaded up on the weird boys. Then the big boss went back to the warp and clumped the Git Man in the Gellerfield. Oh, that was a proper fight there. You going to tell them about the plan? Just my story. It's not time for the plan, Git face. Anyways, the big boss kept flying in the warp, and the warpy things kept bringing the scrap to the boys. Everybody was crumping, everybody was fighting, and the warpy things kept coming. But, soon the warpy things just stay away. Tuska flew round and round like a git when the Gellerfield turned off, and the warpy things just didn't want to come no more. Well, that squid ain't gonna hunt. That's when the big boss Tuska Demon Killer came up with the most cunningest plan ever. If the warpy gits won't come to the boys gonna come to the warpy gits. The stupid humies on Cadia just stood there with their mouths open, all goodish when the big boss flew into the system. Them humies had all the docker point at this, weird-looking thing. Stupid kids. Tuska,
Tell him about the fight on Pro.
shut your gob, Brock. I was just getting to that. I knows what's what.
This not right. I wanna tell the human kid faces about the blood press warpy time.
Shut up, that face is spoiling it.
Talk about guns.
This is my book.
The narrator
I'm gonna kill you, you grot. Anyhows, the big boss landed the boys for a dust-up on the moon of Prosson. Prosson, I said it, you gut! The humans left the moon when they couldn't stand up to the boys, and then just watched Tuska bringing more and more boys to Prosson. Then after the moon was for the orcs, the Imperial Navy just watched the boys head straight for the big whoopee thing. Stupid humies just let the boss run on into the fighting. Imagine that. And fighting they did. Tuska led the boys to this place with whoopee things that tried to crump them, but got crumped. The boys went world to world, getting in right and proper scraps. It was a good old time, a right and proper big boss leading the boys to the best fighting ever. But, then they landed on this, red thing. And it, squished when the boys stepped on it. But the whooping things didn't come to the fighting. How disappointed the boss was. He was kind of irritated. There he was, with the boys sitting around, trying to find things to fight, and what nothing to fight. So he just, he pointed his shit at the ground and shot it. I don't know. And, the ground, hey, what's that Humy word for, being all giddish like? Oh, flit. Flit? I don't know what that word means. Whatever. Tuska figured if he couldn't kill Warpy kids, he would crump the planet. He told the warband to hit the ground with the shooters, the choppers, and crump it real good. Oh, that's when the real fighting started.
It's over 5 minutes.
I don't care if it's over 5 minutes, you get. Okay, you human kids, let me set the mood for you. The sky began screaming, and the war pigeons came off from the ground with the best goblins you kids could imagine. The boys got to the crumpin', but the boys was stuck in, and the warpy things were right hard. And then, from the depths of the warp, from the beaten heart of the planet, this big red mega warpy thing came to the scrap. Big git, loads of teeth. This git was a blood press. Tuska and the blood press fought tooth and claw, and the boys was getting crumped something brutal. The press put a stabby thing right to Tuska. The blood press had the boss down, but the orcs are never down, and this git was gonna know it. When the press was gathering and cheering, Tuska reached up with his claw and grabbed the press right by the shinies between the press's legs and gave them dangly bits a good squeeze. Zog, that press screamed like a Gretchen. Zog and funny it was. Oh, it's so funny when that happens. I need to go find me a human kid. That amuses me. But now we get to the best part. This big warping kid was watching and laughing and thought the big boss Tuska was a great proper orc. Corn, porn, whatever, he's just a big warping
His name is Corn.
I know what he's called, you get! Next day, all the boys just woke up, all healed and ready for the crumpet again. And the warpy gits came back too, ready for the scrap. And that's how Tuska went to heaven, Humy gets. And all ever does is wake up and fight and pile up goblins for the Get Throne. Yeah, that's it. That's the podcast. Suck off your gits.